You can fly a rainbow, you can sail the sun, you can visit every star and wish on everyone. Every road that you are traveling tells both you and me. You have to look inside so you can set your spirit free. 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 Set your spirit free.
Hello and welcome to Free Spirit as we come to you from the Liechtenstein Castle Guest Lodge and Conference Centre in Hout Bay. Since the dawn of time, people from all cultures have been using dance as a path to re-establish connection between heart, mind, body and spirit. In our first story this week, Christos Daskalakos reveals how through dance and movement, the body becomes the sacred manifestation of the spirit that it is.
I've always loved dance ever since I was a child and began to perform. I began to teach, and then one day I got up and went to London to spend some time there, and I gave up dance because it kind of became a burden. I kind of felt I was tired of trying to be good at it. While I was overseas, I did a lot of workshops with people who introduced me to dance in different forms. I did explorations of dance as shamanism or shamanic dance and meditation dance and expressive dance. And the idea came to me that actually dance is a wonderful gift that we have and very few people take advantage of it. And from that slowly I began to develop workshops based on just bringing dance to people. As I began these workshops, I began to see a bigger picture, and I began to realize that actually one could use this in a personal growth or even a spiritual growth. And once I started making that connection, the workshops blossomed and just grew. Body awakening is a term I coined really to describe the work that I do. In the workshops, I use different exercises to get people to have a different experience of the body outside of their normal experience. And what happens then is that we're able to expand our awareness of ourselves through our physicality, because it's the most tangible aspect of ourselves that we can work with. And through being very conscious, we are able to then consciously transform ourselves and grow spiritually and grow personally. Keep your foot totally stretched, totally flat on the ground, as much of it on the ground as you can, and then we're just going to go ice skating around the room. To get people to move differently, I have to trick them. I have to get them out of their mind. So what I do normally is instead of, say, doing a class of movement, I would use stories. And that way, then people don't get nervous. They don't think, oh, I can't do this, or, you know, this is too difficult. In our minds, we carry around a concept of personal space. And I trick people in the workshop into entering each other's space. And it's very interesting then how we can work with breaking down what is essentially a self-imposed barrier. The only thing that keeps us back is ourselves, nothing else. We start to look at different energies playfully in the workshop so that we experience what it's like to pretend to be chaotic, pretend to be frenetic, when really inside we still have the stillness and the calmness. And if we can separate our identity from our energy of movement, we have much more control over it, much more awareness, and then we don't stress out, for example. We can actually relax and enjoy life. To actually explore the energy, I use props because it's much easier for people to then focus on the prop rather than try and create the energy. The first thing that I would use is a stretch bag, and I then use that to get a sense of breathing, of calmness, of expansion and contraction. And then other props like hats and canes to do like a Charlie Chaplin stunt, get people to experience a staccato movement and a different way of moving. What I do stress is that there is no correct way of doing this and there's no wrong way of doing this. Whatever you do is correct, and I think that's so important to take through to life. We often just feel that, you know, we have to be a certain way or we have to be doing things a certain way for it to be correct. Instead of just being ourselves, just do what we do naturally and effortlessly and not worry about the judgments. I use ribbons to create a flowing movement. There's the idea that people flow through each other, they flow through life. They don't have to be working against each other. Everybody's in the world together and we can find a way of flowing past each other in a very harmonious, easy way.
Just feeling the music and going with what you feel. You get totally in touch with your body, and at the same time it's almost like you're detoxing, do you know what I mean? Because you're using your whole body, which we don't do. At the end of the workshop I was just so energized. I just wanted to experience everything.
Part of the school curriculum is arts and culture, and that includes dance. So I have developed a workshop specifically to cover this curriculum and for the kids in school, and that's called Body Play.
And the head over and over. Now let's take the arm right over and the other arm right over.
What I teach the children is how to care for their bodies and how to use them. And what I stress is that whether they're doing sport or whether they're doing any other activity, the same principles apply as the dance or the movement that we do. So we show them how to stretch and warm up and how to care for their bodies physically. Now let it go along the floor and around the room, and let's listen to it. We use different exercises, playing with animals, for example. We bring out the characteristics of animals and let them move as that animal and show them that perhaps they have those characteristics inside of them. Then we do things where they work with each other and they start to learn how to communicate and express. The big thing with the curriculum in the school is communication and expression.
I enjoy these exercises because it's fun. You get to get along with the other people very well and be together with your friends and stuff. Yeah.
It's amazing at what a young age patterns begin to set in, lack of confidence or lack of expression. But at the same time, children are so willing to break that down. They are so willing to play and explore. As we begin to connect with others in dance, we begin to dissolve the boundaries between each other. And as we dissolve those boundaries, we start to create a connection with the universal spirit. We begin to see that we are greater than just this human body on this little planet, that we are something more. There is something more to life.
You can fly a rainbow, you can sail the sun, you can visit every star and wish on everyone. But every road that you are traveling tells both you and me. You have to look inside so you can set your spirit free. Set your spirit free. Set your spirit free. set your spirit free. Set your spirit free, set your spirit free. Set your spirit free, set your spirit free.